Dr. Elliot Douglin.
Welcome again to our program, Prescription for Prevention. It is vitally important for you to take responsibility for your own health. You must understand that the chronic, non-communicable, degenerative diseases are the big killers in our world today. These diseases are obesity, that is having on too much fat on your body, high blood pressure, diabetes, type 2, which is the most common form of diabetes, diseases of the arteries, which we call atherosclerosis, causing coronary artery disease, which can cause heart attack, heart failure, disturbances of the heartbeat, and sudden death. And the same atherosclerosis can cause disease of the blood vessels going to the brain, causing stroke or other forms of what we call vascular brain disease. As a matter of fact, coronary artery heart disease is the #1 killer all over the world. And of course, high blood pressure contributes significantly to heart disease and is a big killer. High blood pressure is a major cause of heart attack, heart failure, stroke. Diabetes becoming more and more prevalent. And of course, don't forget cancer. Cancer is now becoming the #2 cause of death worldwide after heart disease. And these chronic diseases, these are the main ones, there are others. These chronic diseases, cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, stroke, obesity, the chronic non-communicable diseases, these are the big killers in the world today. And the research has shown, as we've told you in this program over and over again, that these diseases are linked to lifestyle, to what people eat and how they prepare their food, the habits they pursue. Cigarette smoking, smoking tobacco is a major cause of all of these disorders. Alcohol, its abuse, is a major contributor to chronic ill health. And then bad eating habits, eating too many calories, eating too much food, eating too many calories, causing obesity, is a major problem all over the world. We have an epidemic of obesity, people with too much fat in their bodies. And sooner or later that fat will cause trouble because it creates inflammation, begins to push the blood pressure up, begins to push the blood sugar up, and eventually is a major cause of diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, stroke, and cancer. And our modern way of eating, where we consume too much salt, too much sugar, too much of the wrong kinds of fat, too much animal fat, and trans fats, consume too many calories, and then we run into trouble. And of course, people do not exercise as much as when they had to do a lot of walking in the old time days. So a lack of physical activity coupled with excessive intake of calories, the two of those combine to produce most of the trouble we have in our world today. So basic principles we keep going over in this program: avoid tobacco, avoid alcohol, avoid or cut down on animal fat, eat a lot more fruits and vegetables, avoid salt, minimize it, and avoid sugar, refined sugars, and exercise regularly and frequently. Keep an eye on that waistline and do not let the body fat pile on and get bigger and bigger, because the fat is easy to go on and difficult to come off. Therefore, follow the simple principle: eat less, exercise more, and live longer. A lot of research has gone on, and now a big research study is soon to start. In fact, it is going to be a milestone study to look at the genetic effects of calorie restriction, because when people set out to eat less calories and eat healthier diets with fewer calories and more fiber, there are a lot of health benefits, and the researchers intend to look at it in a systematic way. Scientists from the University of California at San Francisco, Stanford, and the Buck Institute for Age Research are teaming up to study whether calorie-restricted humans will manifest the same age-slowing signaling seen in calorie-restricted animals. A lot of experts are going to be in that piece of research, and we await the findings, which have been hinted at before, but we await the formal piece of research and its findings. But when you eat less calories and eat food with denser protective nutrition, foods that are rich in antioxidants and fiber and low in fat and salt and sugar, the fruits and the vegetables, and when you exercise and keep your waistline where it should be and either prevent or get rid of the buildup of excess fat in your body, you are doing a lot to prevent the chronic non-communicable diseases. You are doing a lot to prolong your life. So we go over the basic principles over and over again. Eat less sugar. Avoid it. Eat less salt. Avoid animal fat. You can get your protein from legumes and peas and beans. Eat more vegetables. Avoid sugar. Eat less starch, especially the refined processed starch. You can use the complex carbohydrates, the ground provisions, and so on, moderately. They are fiber-rich and good, especially the sweet potato. And in the sweet potato class, especially the yellow or the red sweet potato, fantastic food. So the ground provisions used with moderation, fruits and vegetables, especially the vegetables in abundance, drink more water, exercise regularly and frequently, every day, ideally, keep your body weight where it should be, avoid in-between meal snacking on high-calorie snacks, which injure your stomach and pile on the weight. If you're eating 3 meals a day, eat 3 meals a day, and between your meals, drink water. If you're eating 2 meals a day, eat 2 meals a day, and in between the meals, drink water. Western man, in fact, all over the world, how people are consuming too many calories, eating too much of the wrong kinds of things too. So if you're going to reverse this epidemic of chronic diseases, the governments, over which the governments of the world have to spend enormous sums of money to buy medications just to try to control these diseases which cannot be cured, unless people are willing to drastically reverse their lifestyle. So if we are not willing to change our lifestyles, to eat right, to cut out the wrong things, to exercise, to keep slim and trim and fit, to avoid tobacco and avoid alcohol, and to avoid animal fat, and to eat more vegetables, and to use whole grain whole grain brown rice, whole grain flour, whole grain corn, to eat more naturally and simply, and to avoid the dangerous methods of food preparation, such as barbecuing. Barbecuing is popular, but it is dangerous, it kills. High-temperature grilling is a killer. The best way in terms of cooking is to boil or steam. The temperature doesn't go above the boiling point of water, and research shows that once the temperature doesn't go too much above the boiling point of water, that is safe. But once the temperature goes up, all up in above 350 degrees Fahrenheit and so on, and it goes much higher than that in barbecuing and grilling and certain forms of roasting, depending on what you're roasting, then high temperature cooking produces heterocyclic amines and polyaromatic and polycyclic amines of other classes, and these are cancer-causing agents. So we need to understand the importance of being natural and simple, using our foods in a natural state as possible, eating more vegetables and fruits, and avoiding the dangerous methods of preparation, cutting down on salt, avoiding sugar, avoiding animal fat, eating more fruits and vegetables, exercising, keeping our body weight where it should be. Don't let the fat pile on, it will kill you. Keeping slim and trim and fit, get out there and exercise, and eat less, exercise more, live longer. That's the basic principle. And we've been going over these principles over and over in our programs. The benefits of exercise are tremendous. Get up and walk, run, swim, jog, play a game. Walking is the best. But exercise has so many health benefits. It improves the elasticity of the arteries, strengthens the heart, reduces the risk of stroke, heart attack, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Exercise helps the body to make better insulin receptors, so it improves the work of insulin, helping to prevent diabetes. Exercise improves circulation to the brain and helps to prevent brain diseases, including Alzheimer's. Exercise strengthens the bones and helps to prevent osteoporosis. Exercise is too wonderful to neglect. Get up and move. Start to exercise. Eat less. Exercise more. Cut out the sugars and all the various sweetened beverages and the excess salt and animal fat. Eat healthy. More fruits and vegetables. The growing provisions moderately. The use of nuts moderately. Fruits and vegetables. And avoid sugar. Cut down on salt. Avoid the animal fat. No tobacco. No alcohol. Laugh and be happy. Have faith in God. Be positive. Eat less. Exercise more. Live longer. Thank you for listening to this program, Prescription for Prevention. And do put these principles in practice as you travel. Thank you.